the two rooms that will make or break your life. You see, we all have two rooms in our life. And the first room is a room, the no control room, I call it, or the victimization room. These are the things that happen, whether maybe they're done by somebody, they could be done for an evil reason, they could just happen. You happen to be at a place that has an earthquake, but there are all these bad things that you can't do anything about. And the room is full of them. And it is a dark and dreary place. And not everybody's room is full, all right? The other room is the room of good things you do have control about. So this is where one, it does have all these things that you had. We all have a lot of blessings that came our way that we didn't do anything. We didn't have any control over. And those are wonderful. So we have the victim room and the blessing room. But also in that blessing room are all our decisions that we had a lot to do with. And both the ones that had good and bad outcomes are in that room. And all our future things, the things that we can control, our attitudes, our words, our decisions, our actions. All right. So now here's the thing. One, don't think everybody's rooms are even remotely close to each other. Some people have so many more bad things happen to them than others. And some people have so many more good things happen to them as others. And some people's lives are the majority of their life is in that victim room. And the other person, the majority of their memories or the things that just happened to them are in the blessing room. But here's the thing, how full the room is isn't what matters. What matters is which room you spend the most of your time in. Because if you spend time in that room where you're going over the memories of the bad things that people did to you or that just happened to you, and you think of yourself as a victim and you had no control over, the more time you spend there, the less the less you're going to think that you have some control over your life. The more you're going to feel like everything happens to you. You will be brought down. You will have a negative attitude. All your memories about life will end up being there because that's where you spent your time. You'll stop doing the things you can do because you're convincing yourself every minute you're in that room that you have no control. Now, the other room, if you spend time in the blessing control room, then you're going to have an attitude of gratitude in that, yes, good things have happened to me that I didn't deserve. Two, those decisions, you'll be able to learn from them. Instead of just looking at the bad things that happened to you in your life, you can say, wow, I did this and it turned out bad, but I can learn from it and not do it again. Or I saw someone else have this experience and I can learn from their experience. And it has these things in it because you have a sense of control in that room. You realize that your decisions, words, and actions have consequences, and you can make different decisions going forward. You can say different things, you can do different actions. If you spend time in that room, you learn to focus on the things you can actually influence. You learn your attitude is upbeat. People will want to be around you. Everything is different. And you have a choice which room you spend your time in. Whichever room you choose to dwell on during your day or night, that's the room that's going to determine your steps going forward. And if you go into that victim's room, it may be as real can be, but if that's where you spend your time, you'll walk out of there and you will continue to be a victim and you will continue to make poor decisions because you're going to think they don't really matter, and you'll be blue and glum and attract fewer people. And if you spend time in that blessing room where you have some control, when you leave that room, you're going to approach life as in, I've got to make good decisions, and you'll think your decisions matter because they do. And you'll be grateful and upbeat, and you'll have an attitude that will attract people, and you will have a better life. So remember the two rooms, and you choose which one to spend your time in. Choose wisely.